This episode of the Pu'u Muay Thai podcast is brought to you by pmtlifestyle.com, authentic Muay Thai lifestyle by Pu'u. Definitely go check out the website at pmtlifestyle.com for some awesome lifestyle merchandise. That's for those of you out there either involved in Muay Thai, looking at getting involved in Muay Thai, and embrace a healthier lifestyle to live the life of a Nak Muay. Go check it out.
Alright guys, so today we are going to be talking about Lion Fight 63 that is on Friday, February 12th from Cheyenne, Wyoming. I'm actually going to be going into this new app. You guys might have heard of it, called Clubhouse. It's on the Fight Club, I guess club that's inside of Clubhouse. I'm new to it. I'm not sure if anybody will join, but you might hear some people pop in, and that's what that's going to be. I'll do my best to mention their names and stuff too. But yeah, let's go ahead and hit let's go. Alright guys, so talking about Lion Fight and Muay Thai in general, coming up here for Lion Fight 63 in Cheyenne, Wyoming, during a time when I guess Muay Thai is kind of at a standstill. Even in Thailand, there's not a whole lot going on there right now. I think they're opening up some fights. I think I saw that Channel 7 had some things going on right now. If I'm not mistaken, I might be. But the country was open back up, and now it's, basically shut back down again because it's a new COVID strain and surging numbers, etc., etc. All that good stuff that's affecting everybody, including us. So, coming up, I'm just pulling up all the fight card things here, but I'm really excited that Lion Fight is able to put some fights together. I know they did something with the Muay Thai Grand Prix. I believe it was in Italy, actually. They were able to do a fight, last year. I want to say it was last year. I'm pretty sure it was. I'll have to check that out. But I'm just pulling up all the fight cards and everything here. We actually have, hey Ivan, welcome. By we, I mean we have a fighter on there for Lion Fight 63 on the amateur undercard, Coach Eric Adams. He's going to be fighting against Joe Sanderson, super welterweight fight. Super stoked for him. Eric actually just moved out to California. He's been training with us since November, and super excited to see him step up in there. And Eric's got like 20 plus amateur fights and like a handful of boxing fights as well. So I'm really pumped to see him go out there and go do that. And Joe Sanderson, he's no slouch. He just fought. I think the last time he fought was there's the American Lift Wave out with Dave LeDuc from Canada versus Cyrus Washington from the United States. Black Dynamite. That guy's badass. If you guys haven't heard who that is, I would definitely go check him out. Ivan, if you have anything you want to add to, just let me know. Just raise your hand, man. So, yeah, Joe Sanderson fought in that, and he had the textbook clinic. He was fighting against an MMA striker, and he was able to lock in the clinch, get a good head kick and stuff like that too. Or he got knocked down with a head kick, if I'm not mistaken. And he came back and he fought really strong. I remember thinking like, damn, this guy's pretty good. Especially, I think he only that was like his third fight on record, so who knows what his if he's smokers or anything like that. But that's who Eric's going to be fighting. There's also on the amateur undercard, I see John Christensen is going to be face Chris Arena. So that's going to be a cruiserweight. I want to say John Christensen, I want to say he's from Colorado. I can't remember. I think he's from one of my friend's gyms. I don't know who Chris Arena is. I'm definitely going to be checking that out on the video on demand on UFC Fight Pass. In case I forgot to mention that, it's all going to be broadcast in UFC Fight Pass for Lion Fight 63. Super pumped to see that Lion Fight was able to get on there. I think they're doing all their bouts that are in Wyoming are going to be on UFC Fight Pass. There has been some other promotions that have been on there before too, such as Triumphant Muay Thai Promotions has been on there through Jeff Juarez. Great promotion. Definitely go check them out too. He's doing stuff down in Rosarito, Mexico. So it just went south of the border. I guess you can get more international fighters into Mexico than you can in the U.S. right now. So that's what he's opting for. But that's really it for the amateur undercard. Of course, I'm biased. I have Eric Adams besting Sanderson in probably a hard-fought 3-rounder. Sanderson's proved himself to be a strong fighter. I don't have a pick for John Christensen and Chris Arena. But I'm sure it's going to be good. If they're fighting a line fight and they're game to fight, that means they're training hard right now and they're most likely prepped. I'm pretty sure John Christensen was a last-minute replacement. But, yeah. So I'm going to be going on to the next one here. We have... I'll go from the amateur undercard. Again, this is going to be live on UFC Fight Pass from Cheyenne, Wyoming. Next one here is LT Nelson in Washington, Louise. So LT Nelson is from the same camp that Coach Eric Adams is from out in Colorado, Pound for Pound Fitness. So he's a solid fighter. I'm pretty sure he fought Lithway as well. He did, I think it was one of the first American Lithway fights with, headbutts and bare knuckle and all that stuff. And I want to say that was late last year. And I was freaking stoked to see him fight. I've heard some good things from him through Eric, and I watched some of his videos and stuff like that, too. Definitely a strong fighter. I don't know much about Luis Dos Santos. Luis Dos Santos is going to be fighting against LT Nelson. And... I really feel like maybe some of these fighters, I'm not getting... There's some press stuff they're starting to do for some of these fighters through Lion Fight, but I'm going to just do a quick Google search to try to see if I can figure out who some of these guys are. Let's see. As you guys are on here. Forgive me, guys, but that's the way this goes, right? You literally just type in their name in Muay Thai and see what comes up. So it looks like he has a boxing record. Oh, no, it's Pro Muay Thai, but he's on BoxRec. Let me see right here. Agree. Has him as one loss. It says nationality Brazil, but he's residing in San Antonio, Texas right now. But it has him as 0-1, but that's Boxing Rec, and they don't always have everything on there. So let's see if there's anything else. Let's see, Lion Fight Promotions. Luis Santos ready. So they have a little training highlight of him on here. I'll see if I can play it. Yeah, they just have a little training highlight of Luis Dos Santos sparring with the Brazilian flag and stuff like that.
I just finished my session with my students here in Brazil.
Definitely Brazilian. And he's from Brazil, okay.
And for me, it'll be an honor to be part of the first card of 2021 on the Lions Muay Thai. And I get an amazing opportunity to see my family, my parents, and holidays here in Brazil.
Turn this up a little bit.
I'm not living here more than 4 years already. I'm living in San Antonio, Texas. My gym over there is Ohana Academy. But I'm here in Rio de Janeiro, in my city, Belfort Roxo. That city was on the most danger of the world.
Damn.
In the 80s. It was tough to be a kid on this time. But I learned through there. It was hard. But I survived. And that's making me who I am, Washington Thai. And I promise you guys, I'll be ready. In February,
his nickname Washington.
You'll be broadcast by UFC Fight Pass. I'll see you there.
Cool. So that's just a little hype reel from him. So I can't tell how old he is. These Brazilians, man. But he's on there, so it sounds like he's coming from a little bit like a rough upbringing. So that'd be pretty cool fight because I know LT Nelson obviously fighting Lithway. I've heard that he's just a down-ass guy, so we'll see how. And it seems like it sounds like Washington Luis Dos Santos is one of those as well. So next on the pro card, we have Anel Dudo and Javier Zamora. I want to say I've seen Javier Zamora fight before, but I don't know about Anel Dudo. Somebody you haven't seen before. Let me see if I can find some stuff on him. Anel Dudo, Muay Thai. I see him immediately pops up as an amateur MMA fighter in Colorado. Let's see, he has a pre-fight interview and stuff on here as well. Let's see if we can see any fight footage. Let's see what this guy. So let's see. Yeah, there's a ton of stuff. If you guys want to check these guys out too. Let me see. So there is some fight footage of him coming up here. He was fighting at Sparta 78 out in Colorado, but I think this is MMA. No, it's Muay Thai in the cage. Let's see. As this loads up, fast forward a little bit. From November. So this guy just fought. Okay. So it looks like he's going to be making his pro debut from what I'm getting from this then. Eating some knees. So what was the decision on this one? The reason I'm sharing this is because you never know what these guys are going through, like what they're coming back from. It looks like he came back and he won referee stoppage TKO, I believe. Let's just double check that. Ooh, okay. And he looks like he was getting pretty torn up in the clinch. But, you know, these things are always so subjective. These guys change fight to fight. Looks like he was... Oh, okay, land a head kick. Let's see if that changes things a little bit. Body work, a lot of boxing from him. Looks like he's just putting on pretty relentless pressure. Referee Oscar steps in, issues a count. I'm assuming he doesn't answer the count. That's what ends up happening here in Sparta. The fighter shaking his head like he's ready to go. Okay, so let's see. Oh, okay, so the referee calls him back in. Wasn't where it was called right there. But he's on shaky legs. Oscar probably stops it. Back elbow from Dudo. Okay, so he's got some skills. He's definitely got some talent. In regards to fighting ability and maybe like fight IQ and just raw grit. Because this guy seems like he put pressure on. He stopped him with hands. Referee waves it off. Okay, so then who's Dudo fighting? Javier Zamora. Let's see Javier Zamora. Let's see if we can see something from him. Let's see. Pro Muay Thai boxer. He's on BoxRec. Has him as 2 losses. Looks like he's fought. Let's see. McAllen Convention Center. Ladera. Okay, so he's fought Leroy Martinez, and then he's also fought Anthony Workin. Workin sounds very familiar. Let's see. See if there's any fight footage on here. There is not, but there is pictures, I think. Yeah, I'm not seeing much about Javier Zamora for Muay Thai. How you doing, Meng? Welcome. But let's see. I'll go on to the next part. So that's another one that's coming up here. I'm looking forward to seeing how Dudo goes in there and seeing who Javier Zamora is, because I obviously missed his amateur career, which I don't typically get that often. Let's see. Next one we have up on the card is we have Natalie Killface Morgan. It's funny. It's a friend of mine from Los Angeles versus Candice Mitchell. So I'll give you background on Natalie first. Natalie, I know they did a pre-fight interview with Nathan Carnage Corbett that was set up on Lion Fight's Facebook, I believe. If you guys want to check it out, Lion Fight Promotions on Facebook. They have a ton of fight content and stuff, kind of building up these fighters. I wish they did it a little bit sooner, but better late than never. And for them to get started, seems like they're already kind of hitting it for their next event too. So it's awesome to see them picking up some steam on that. So Natalie Morgan got her nickname. I was actually at this fight where she got this nickname. She was at the stare down, not stare down, like, you know, where the referee calls you in the middle of the ring, and this girl straight up passed out. I don't know if it was like from fear or anxiety, but they said it's because Natalie gave the kill face. That's what they said. Toma now, welcome, sir. So if I'm talking about Lion Fight 63 and anything Muay Thai related and anything, if you want to tune in, man, always give me a shout. So Natalie's basically she had a pretty extensive amateur career. She fought Janet Todd, had a really good decision like towards the end of their amateur career. Janet Todd, of course, ONE FC champion now in kickboxing and top contender in Muay Thai and ONE FC. So Natalie's had that. She also had a pretty big win in Muay Thai Angels promotion. So Muay Thai Angels promotion is like a all-women's fight promotion that's based in Thailand. And I'm pretty sure she beat a Chinese fighter, and then she fought against a Portuguese fighter. And Maria Lobo was the fighter she fought there, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, that was what I saw. I never saw the fight, so I don't know if it happened, but I'm pretty sure it did. Okay, and Candice Mitchell. I haven't seen her fight before, so let's see. Let's check out Candice Mitchell and see what she has. Muay Thai. Okay, let's see Candice Mitchell. Okay, she's on Awakening Fighters. Okay, so it looks like she's an East Coast fighter. I immediately see a picture from the WKA. I see some stuff from Thailand, too. Let's see her. So she's from Canada. Originally from Trinidad and Tobago. Wait, am I reading that correct? No. Candace, sorry your website's a little bit slow. Hey Daniel, how you doing? So, oh yeah, so WKA champion for sure, I believe. So seems like she's got pretty originally from Trinidad and Tobago. She's now in Toronto, Canada, Ontario. So pretty cool to see some of that. Man, yeah, she's got pretty extensive fight, like some amateur fights. Got a lot of small stadium fights at like Bangla Boxing Stadium down in Phuket, Thailand, and Suwit Boxing Stadium, MBK, and all that stuff too. But it says the last time she fought was 2018 on Awakening Fighter. So it might have been a while since she's fought. So that I'm not sure if that's going to play a factor. I mean, Natalie's been off from fighting too because of coronavirus. Let's see, how old is she? It doesn't have an age. Let's see if I can find something on that for us. I'm trying to paint you guys a little picture of these people too, because you're going to see more and more of these fighters. Like, you see them pop up. Like, I'm really bummed that I haven't seen Candace Mitchell fight before. Hey Bruno, how's it? Hope you're doing well, man. Just talking about Lion Fight 63, anything Muay Thai related to. Talking about the matchup between Candace Mitchell and Natalie Morgan coming up on here. All women's fight that's going to be on UFC Fight Pass for Lion Fight 63 this Friday, February 12th. So definitely two women that seem like they're going to have a really good scrap. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Punches, kicks, knees, elbows, and professional full rules Muay Thai. That one's at featherweight as well. So next one we have Alan Dudo takes on Dan Wilson. So it looks like Jose Zamora actually stepped out. Okay. So that one got changed to Dan Wilson. So I can speak a little bit of Dan Wilson. He trains with my friend Sean Madden in the Easton Training Center in Denver, Colorado. So he's a local. He's also a pro skateboarder. Funny enough. I guess he's looking for extremes, right? I think the last time he fought was maybe like a year and a half, 2 years ago. He's from the Denver scene, obviously. I think his pro fights have all been out in that area, if I'm not mistaken. So he's going to be making his Lion Fight debut, as a pro at least. I don't know if he's fought as amateur. Really exciting fighter, very explosive, lots of tricks, very tough, but also very skilled. So this one's going to be a really good fight. And Dudo, again, you know, he's shown some great skill and stuff like that too. I think he's making his pro debut, and Dan Wilson's had a few. I think this is like his fourth pro fight. Hey guys, welcome. Just talking about Muay Thai, Lion Fight 63 that's coming up this Friday. If you have anything you want to add, just feel free to raise your hand. Happy to have anybody come in and chat. Kind of just came on here as my first time on Clubhouse talking or hosting a room or anything like that. So if I'm doing something wrong, let me know. Happy to connect with you guys. So again, this Lion Fight 63 is live on UFC Fight Pass in Cheyenne, Wyoming. It's going to be this Friday. The amateur undercard, I have a fighter on there as well. He's going to be fighting Eric Adams. Look out for him. He'll be making his pro debut soon, most likely. Welcome. Chloe. Josane, sorry if I mispronounced your name. Hope you guys are doing well. So then I'm going to go on to the next bout here. This is a really good one. So this one, Jake Peacock and Keeman Diop. So Jake Peacock, he's a very unique fighter. We had another fighter, very similar. He's born with half an arm. And I think it's from like the elbow down. And if you guys see this, again, if you go check out Lion Fight Promotions on Facebook or their Instagram, you can see them on there too. Definitely some really cool stuff on there. It has interviews with these fighters. It'll give them more of a backstory than I can give you, that's for sure. But Peacock, he fought on Lion Fight before. It's not a newcomer to Lion Fight. They're definitely working on building him up. But he won his last fight, I believe, on Lion Fight. He won by, I want to say TKO or KO with a head kick. He actually fought against somebody I'd fought before as an amateur. And that was the one that he won by knockout. So that was actually a really tough fight. The guy he fought, I believe it's Jonathan Garcia out of Team Victory Muay Thai. Definitely a strong opponent that he KO'd, and this guy is freaking shredded. So they have him fight basically with a glove over his one arm. He only has half the arm. But it definitely doesn't hold him back from fighting to his full capability. The other fighter that was like this before was also from Canada. Jake Peacock is from Canada. Was Baxter, the one-armed bandit Humby. if you guys haven't seen Baxter Humby fight before, he's definitely one of like my, I would say just inspiring to say the least. He also did a little cameo in Spider-Man. He was doing some stuff where he's putting his arm through the wall for the CG effects guys for, I think it was Spider-Man 2, I believe. So just a little fun fact for you. But Jake Peacock, again, great fighter. I don't know much about Kimin Diop, but I did see that he had his pre-fight interview that was set up on Lion Fight Promotions as well. Angie, welcome. Sorry I didn't see you pop in. Wanted to say hi. So let me see if we can see it. It looks like he's fought some MMA before. Let me see if I can find his Muay Thai fights, or what his Muay Thai background is. And he might just have an MMA background. There's a lot of guys who come in as pro MMA fighters and they want to try their hands at Muay Thai, or maybe they did Muay Thai for a long time as amateurs but couldn't stay active enough and went over to MMA. So it looks like he does have one win by TKO in professional MMA. So there's that. And then I do see him on with some Muay Thai belts and stuff too. So let me see what's going on here. So so he was the 147-pound United States Muay Thai Association champion. That's a legit belt, USMTA here in the USA. Under Bob Carmel, he helps oversee a lot of the USMTA stuff. They also help sanction stuff in New York as well. It looks like he's also fought on Lion Fight over on the East Coast. So this guy's definitely got some experience. Let's see if there's any video footage of him. Looks like he did some Glory Kickboxing too as an amateur. I don't know if it was as a pro. I don't think so. But that seems like it's going to be a really good matchup. I don't have their fight records on hand. But at Lion Fight says on here, two highly skilled strikers that face off in a potential fight of the night. So definitely keep your eye out for that. Again, that's going to be Lion Fight 63. And that's going to be this Friday on UFC Fight Pass. Okay, so I think this one is the last one. It's the main event. So this one, really sweet fight. Chris Tremel, forgive me if I'm mispronouncing that, and Hassan Hosseini. So Chris Tremel has a very interesting backstory. He was living in Phuket, Thailand. He actually almost died in a motorbike accident, if I'm not mistaken. Very, very cool guy. He was supposed to fight, I know a guy he was supposed to fight. I believe their fight got pulled, though. I want to say it was Lion Fight LA they're supposed to be fighting at. Let's see, Muay Thai. I want to double check, make sure I have my facts straight. Yeah, that was him. So Chris head trauma Tremel. So again, he almost died in like a motorbike accident. Definitely go check out his story if you just Google him. Tremel, spelled Tramell. Definitely one of those fighters, very strong, and he's in this game for the long haul. To come back from a severe accident like that in a third world country, a developing country that doesn't have, all the medical needs that you need, is something else. And be able to come back and, have your body put back together essentially, and be able to come back and fight professionally. It's not his first time fighting back, but dude's freaking yoked too. So this one's going to be at for the cruiserweight title. Hey Simon, welcome. Dogakan, sorry if I don't pronounce you guys' names right. Here's my first time here on Clubhouse. Raise your hand if you have anything you want to add to this, any Muay Thai questions or anything like that too. Next one we have, so that is the last one, but I'm going to see Hassan Hosseini. Let's see what this guy's deal is. I need to learn. I see some amateur stuff from him. Global Fight Center. 6-1, 6 wins, 1 loss, 2 draws is what he's listed on his social media. So I don't know if that's amateur and he's making his pro debut. It wouldn't make sense because he's fighting for the cruiserweight title. Okay, there is stuff on YouTube for him. So let's see. I'm gonna watch it real quick on here. Levi, Omar, welcome guys. Hope you're doing well. Just talking about Lion Fight 63. Mike, welcome. So I'm watching some of this stuff on here. So it looks like Hassan Hosseini. Alright, so he does have some fights up on here. Let me see. Yeah, it is amateur. That was 2016 though. This is old. Definitely old. I mean, he's a big boy. So I'm not going to make any judgments based off of that, but he does have some fights. You guys can look him up. Make your judgments on that. Definitely, cruiserweight, those guys are going to be banging. They're going to be hitting hard. 5-round fights, so anything can happen during that time. If I had a pick, I'm assuming it's going to be Chris Tremel. just based upon sheer experience and what I know about him. But that's kind of all I want to talk about, guys. I mean, do you guys have any questions about Muay Thai, about Muay Thai fights that are going on right now? Because there isn't a whole lot. Of course, there's ONE FC and stuff going on too. But anything you guys want to add, just let me know. Feel free to raise your hand. Happy to bring you in. And of course, shoot me a follow here on Clubhouse as well. If you guys are on here, for my account, it's just at Pu'u Muay Thai. You can just click on my name. If you guys enjoy this little cast, I have a Muay Thai Academy that I help oversee in California. I'm currently based in Oslo for the past few months, in Oslo, Norway. But I'm originally from California and help oversee the academy I founded in Ventura, California. I also have a partner for another academy in Santa Barbara, California. So he kind of took it over. His name is Ryan Ughawk. Kind of just took over and hit the ground running, and they've been open. They opened up in 2019. And they survived. They're surviving, I guess you could say, the pandemic. It's really hit this industry very hard in martial arts. It's a people business, so it's been tough, that's for sure. But to see Coach Ryan come out there and be able to come out swinging and keep going, man, I'm super proud of that guy and stoked to be partners with him on that. But if you guys know anybody that's out there that maybe runs a martial arts school, fitness, small boutique fitness or anything like that too, that's looking to connect, or you know that they might need some help, I'm always open to talk to people and kind of tell them what we're doing, and talk a little bit more, just, if they're interested in Muay Thai, if they're interested in how they can maybe put some of their stuff online. Like we're one of the first people to start like an online university back in like March in my town. Like everybody else was kind of sitting there like, hey, we're gonna wait 2 weeks. I'm like, F that. I'm gonna get on this and get everything out there, because the last thing you want to do is just kind of wait. That's what I've learned from my experience through Muay Thai, and it's like if you sit there and wait, you're gonna lose real easy, real quick. So anything you guys want to add? So you just raise your hand if you don't know how to use it. There's a little hand raise icon that's down at the bottom. If not, that's cool too. I guess I'll just finish up talking a little bit about more about Lion Fight. So if you guys don't know, right now during the pandemic and stuff like that too, the whole industry kind of took a dump, but it's actually opening up a really good niche for small promoters as well. And I see a promoter, his name is Vin Shiafeth from I want to say Chai or Shiafeth, I can't remember. It has an X at the beginning, but he's from Arizona. And he's been streaming like his students sparring on Twitch TV, which is really badass to see. And I see him doing a promotion in Washington coming up, and he's going to be streaming it. And the thing is, he's promoted fights before. I've worked for him before for his promotion through WBC Muay Thai. I helped oversee some of the amateur titles that he was promoting on there. And he does a really good job. Just gonna say it. He does a really good job. It's very straightforward, no BS, and he does good matches. He flies people in. He's not afraid to spend some money, fly people in, and have good fights that need to happen. So he's doing one that's coming up, and it gives people like him a really good spotlight, because these big promotions can't have people in the audience anyways. So what's to stop him from being able to compete with people like Lion Fight? I mean, of course, the Lion Fight's going to be on UFC Fight Pass, but he's going to be able to sell, his own tickets through Twitch, too, for like a private event. I'm pretty sure they allow you to do that through there. If not, he's probably going to end up doing that at some point. So I really see it as a good opportunity for people who want to promote. I've even looked at it myself for like a promotion standpoint. I'm like, hey, do I go to like Mexico, or do I do something kind of off the beaten path to be able to get things going? And speaking of beaten path, there's a YouTube promotion I've seen more and more during shutdowns called Street Beefs. Have you guys ever heard of it? Street Beefs, anybody? So Street Beefs is like, these guys, they get them together and they go straight up like having a fight or a smoker event in a backyard. No sanctioning, no regulation, no control. So like for me, I'm like, I don't blame them for doing it now, but before there's no excuse. There's plenty of sanctioned events. But seeing these guys go out there's actually some people that are developing. They've had like 6 or 7 of these fights in street beefs or these shows that are like it in like backyards, and they're sometimes in boxing rings, sometimes they're in dirt with hay around it. It's definitely bringing back like throwback to like early 2000s when MMA, and like late 2000s when MMA was still being sanctioned as like amateurs. There wasn't an amateur sanctioning body, so the amateur fights would happen more like an underground setting, at least in California, or you see them happen on like a Indian reservation where the state athletic commissions and whatnot, the regulatory bodies didn't have any control over it. So you're seeing more of that stuff pop up, and you guys can look it up. It's on YouTube. It's called Street Beefs. But yeah, I guess that's all I'm going to talk about today, guys. If you have any questions about Muay Thai or anything, feel free to give me a shout out. But if not, man, my name is Jonathan Pu'u. Again, I've been training Muay Thai for coming up on 14 years now. I started when I was 18, 32, done my whole adult life. It's what I do as a profession. It's my career. And believe me, COVID definitely rocked my world when it came into how to diversify. And that's why I'm on platforms like Clubhouse and TikTok now. I'm not dancing on TikTok though. I am jumping rope. Alright, that's it today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys are listening on iTunes, please go leave a review. It means the world to me if you enjoy the content, or if you like hearing about all the stuff that has to do with Muay Thai and what we're doing. Also, there's another way to support us. If you guys visit our Patreon link, it's in the show notes. Also on our YouTube, if you go to pmtlifestyle.com, there's a Patreon link up at the top. You can support us for as little as $5 a month to get some behind the scenes footage, things of that nature, to see what we're doing behind the scenes for Pu'u Muay Thai, what we're trying to get going. Also, you can get some early access clips. You can also get t-shirts, merchandise, and a few other things as perks of being a patron. Again, go check that out. It's at pmtlifestyle.com.